cloud. Great. So, welcome everybody. Nice to see people in person and on Zoom. Everybody in person, almost everybody has kind of a grayish blue theme on. I kind of match. And so we're going to get started. I'm going to just remind you, I think everybody here in person and on Zoom has been to class before, but just always mind your body. This should always help you feel better. Nothing should cause an increase in pain. So that may mean that you need to modify something, and I just trust you to take care of you. Nobody knows your body like you know your body. And so just modify as needed. You can do smaller movements. If we're doing big twisting movements and you know you have low back stuff, you know, this could be your move here. Or you could just sit and do something that feels therapeutic to you. So I want to start out with some breathing. Earlier this afternoon, I was in a wonderful meditation and we checked in with our 3 centers. So belly center, heart center, and head center. And I was aware that I was not really aware of my, from here down, I was like, I've had a day leading with my head. And so I really want to do some conscious breathing to bring us back to our center. So we can do this seated. If it's more comfortable for you to do it standing, you're welcome to do it standing. If it's possible to sit with both feet flat on the floor. And then this is going to be kind of guided, but it's not guided to relax and fall asleep. It's guided to actually come centered and more aware and awake. So hand over hand, kind of under your belly button. And then when you inhale, I'm going to exaggerate and stand up so you can see when you inhale, you're blowing up your belly. And it's not, the air is coming into your lungs, but the belly acts as a bellow. And then when you exhale, you're actively pulling your belly button back towards your spine. So if I were exaggerating, I'd inhale, exhale. So we're really expanding the belly center and then contracting the belly center. And you can breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. And again. One more time. And now just breathe normally. And we're going to continue with that same breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. And then when you fully exhaled through your nose, exhale more through your mouth. So you're really emptying here. So in through the nose, inflate the belly center. Out through the nose, belly button back to spine. Now continue out through your mouth. And we'll continue with that. Very active inhale, pulling the belly button in. One more time like that. All right, now we're going to move our hands. So hands kind of on top of your hips, in between your rib cage and your hips. And so my hands are really pushing down on my hips. And now when I inhale, I'm going to try to push my hands out. And then when I exhale, so it's a physical, I'm not moving my hands, my breathing is moving my hands. So in through the nose, out through the nose. Pulling the belly button in, seeing if you can have the breath move your hands out. One more in and out through the nose. And now add in that final exhale through the mouth. So in through the nose, out through the nose, and continue with exhaling through your mouth. And one more like that. And rock back and forth a little bit. And move in any way that you want. Come present. I should have done a body scan before we started that. Just how are you feeling? For me, just a few deep intentional breaths really can help bring me present. So let us start with some warm-ups. I've been sitting for a few hours, and so personally I'm checking in with my inner navigator, and she says let's go ahead and stand up. But you check in with you. How's your energy level? How's your back? How's your knees? How's your ankle and skeleton? Just do what feels good to you. That's always the guideline. Even if I forget to say it, that's always the guideline in this class. So let us start with some warm-up. So we'll start with our fingers and hands and do them together. And then let's do one at a time and just have some fun and move them around anywhere you want. You can go one up, one down, one side, anywhere you want. Just kind of anybody, I know Carol's from the Midwest where we have fireflies where they have no pattern. Anybody else know what lightning bugs or fireflies are? They're kind of magical. So have some fun. What's that?
They have them back east.
They do, yes. All right. So shake those out and move into circles. And other direction. And now we're gonna bring your elbows straight out and make a line across, and then your shoulders stay in the same place, and you slowly make a circle. Mine are squeaking like the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz. Slow is good because it kind of gets us out of our habitual movements. And let's drop our arms for a moment, and then we'll come back and do it the same way. So make that line again, and now you have to remember which way you went. Go the other way. A few more times like this. And one more time. All right, arms come down. Let's do big circles. So hands come out, up, down, and around. Inhale up, exhale down. For fun, if you want to try to crisscross a different arm in front each time you come down, you can do that. One more this direction, and reverse. Ooh. This is a really good warm-up for the whole body. You're standing up, using your spine, your arms and shoulders, and one more. And I'm needing to shake my arms a lot. I'm getting sore fast, I notice, so that kind of does it. So let's do some for our neck and shoulders. So you're going to have your palms down and out, and your arms are go ahead and lock your arms out for a moment. And that's not how we stand, but go ahead and bend them for a moment, and that's not how we stand. It's kind of the in-between. It's like you straighten them as straight as they can go, and then just relax about 2%. So, and then twisting your pinkies forward, and then twisting the other way. Inhale, you can look up and bring your arms back, and then twist and relax and bring your shoulders forward. And one more time. And shake. We do, that's a really good one. Many of us sit and we read and we're on our phone and we drive and we're our shoulders, these get short and tight. So this one opens that up. And so that's a really good one to do. Let's do a little bit of chi massage. Take your left hand on your right shoulder, you're mirroring me, and just find that muscle on top. It's sore on almost everybody I know. And just look for those tender spots. If you find one, you can linger there a little bit. If you want to rest your legs or back a little bit, this is a good one to do sitting down. And then you also can find a tender spot, pin your hand there, and then move your shoulder around a little bit or swing your arm, whatever feels good to you. And other side. And just notice the difference between the two sides. I'm very right-handed, so this is extra naughty. So naughty, not naughty. And move the arm around a little bit. Okay, now we're gonna take our fingers, knit them together like this with the thumbs, and then if it's available to you, put your hands on the back of your head, and now your thumbs are perfectly positioned to go right under your skull bone there. There's a big juicy spot that's a big acupuncture point, and just massage around. And it should feel good. Find those tender spots. If you have regular headaches, this is something you should do for yourself all the time. And just for a minute or two. And then you can come down your neck a little bit, either on the sides or wow. That feels good. Let's do some neck rolls. And so pushing your hands now, sorry, that light is in the way. I'll come over here. Pushing your hands down and out. And again, over straighten for a minute, like you're trying to really hold something underwater. And then just relax a little bit. Okay, so now you're gonna mirror me, right ear to right shoulder. And then tuck your chin, and then other side. And we're just gonna go back and forth like that on that arc. We're not going full circle. We're just rotating back and forth. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. One more. Tuck the chin and roll up. I'm already getting warm from moving a little bit. So many people I know are suffering from allergies, and so we're gonna do a little bit of acupressure. So take your index finger, and then you're gonna put it just on the outside of your nose, and it naturally forms a line there, and we're just gonna rub up and down this line. So I start at my nose, I come to the corners of my mouth, And I just go back and forth like that. And breathe in and out through your nose if you can. And should be feeling some warmth on your face. And then we're going to take the knuckle of our thumb if you want, or you can use the point of your index finger and just go on the side of your nose, and you're making a vigorous little circle and just keeping it there. And you can do about 30 rotations. Inhaling in and out through the nose. That's a good one to bring some circulation. The last thing we're going to do is, I can't remember what this one is called. It's like 10 deer running through the forest or something. But take your fingers behind your ears and just, it's like scrub that, bringing the circulation, opening those channels. And again, if you find a tender spot, linger. And all right, so we're going to move now and do the 3 directions of the spine. So I'm going to do this standing, but you can easily do this seated. If you're seated, you're going to want a wide stance because you're tipping forward. If you are standing, have a wide stance as well. Look where my hips are, and then my feet are wider than that. Good catch on the fall. All right, so we're going to move the spine in 3 directions. The first one is exhaling forward. My chin stays up. I keep my eyes on the horizon. When I get about here, I'm going to tuck my chin and then round my back. And also simultaneously, I'm tucking my tailbone in. So I exhale down, tuck, and now I'm arching my back, actively tucking my tailbone, keeping my chin down and up. So the whole move is exhale down, inhale up. And let's add in the heart healing sound as we exhale is inhale through the nose. Letting go of any stress, anxiety from the day, from the week. And one more time. Okay, so we've done front and back. Now we're going to do gentle twisting. Glue, this might be difficult in a chair. If you're seated, just scooch forward so you have more room that you don't hit yourself on these. Glue your elbows to your rib cage, palms are straight up, and now we're going to bring the palms out, and now you're going to turn your neck and look over your left shoulder. And palms come back together, and then turn and look to the other side over your right shoulder, and back to the center. Exhale as you twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale as you twist. Inhale back to center. And one more to each side. And on the next one, as you turn, use your eyes. So I'm not turning like this. It's really isolated to my neck. But I'm going to look with my eyes behind me if I can see the car behind me. And I get much more of a stretch. Back to center. And other side. and using the eyes, and that pulls back a little more and coming back to center. It's a really good neck stretch. Not a lot of us, what is that saying? Use it or lose it. And we are not turning as much as we used to because technology is doing everything for us. And so you really want to be able to do that. So now we're going to add in our spine. And so start with the neck, turn, and now add in your shoulders, and now add in your hips. And then come back to center. It's kind of like wringing out a washcloth. So start with the neck, add in the shoulders, and then last add in your low back and hips. And again, inhale, exhale, back to the center, inhale, exhale to the other side. And then if it feels good and you want, just kind of loosely do that. All right, so last one, we've done front and back, we've done twisting. So now we're gonna go side to side. And so this one, just kind of stay, whether you're seated or standing, have your hands kind of loose by your side, and then reach down and reach down. And watch your low back with this one. Kind of gently engage your core. And it's like I'm standing between two panes of glass. So I'm not trying to touch the floor. I'm trying to mobilize my spine. And now, once you have that's the beginning motion. But the whole move is then now my right arm is going down and this hip is coming up. So I'm shrinking. My rib cage and my hip are coming closer on this side and then on that side. And so it's kind of really massaging the whole spine. And then if you do it fast, it's called doggy wags the tail, which is just a fun one to do. We can take lessons from Joy and all the other doggies here. And they know what they're doing, right? Joy. So, all right, so we are gonna move down to our knees. I'm gonna sit down just to demonstrate this one. You're welcome to stand or sit down. We're gonna do a little bit of knee massage. And so first thing you want to do is clap. Let's all try to coordinate. Ready? 1, 2, 3, clap. Good one. And generate some chi. Really vigorously rub your palms together. See how hot you can make them. And then pick a knee and scrub your knee right on top, on the patella, and then go below that. And I'm massaging pretty vigorously. It should feel good, whatever you do. And then come on the sides of it. And then go above, and might want to use your thumbs a little stronger if you want. Go on the side, and then make sure with your hands you're going behind your knee. So the calf muscles come up and attach behind the knee. So get your calf muscles, and then the hamstrings come down. So get your hamstrings, and then behind the knee. And now we're going to do some patting. So hands are out, and then slap, out, slap, out, slap. And every time you're slapping, patting, pick a different place and just try to cover as much on that knee as you can. There. All right. And how do your two knees feel? This one is like zinging and alive, and this one says, let's do me. So let's try another coordinated clap. Ready? 1, 2, clap. And generate some chi in your hand. And knee massage. So all over the knee. The knee is a lot of bone, a lot of cartilage, not a lot of blood vessels. And so what the few blood vessels that are in here, we are maximizing it, drawing in circulation. Blood flow promotes healing. Go below the knee, go on the side of the knee, above the knee, and behind on those calf muscles, and on your hamstrings. And then do some tapping. And get behind. Great. All right, and let's finish off with some foot circles. Pick one side. If you want to work on your balance, you can stand up and do this. Do about 6, 7, 8 in one direction, then switch, go in the other direction. And same thing here. And this way. And then both feet on the floor. And then if these are my feet, I'm gonna scrunch my toes up and then relax and scrunch and relax and just go back and forth like that. A few times. And settling in, and let's just have a moment of silence and just kind of savoring this feeling of having invigorated muscles, bones, joints, tendons, and just turn your attention within. Tune into your breath. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. Belly relaxed. And just for a moment, I'm going to ask you to do a body scan, but of a different sort. We're going to tune in to our 3 centers. Our head center, just noticing what sensations you might have, feelings, awareness. Does it feel heavy or light or vacant? Coming down to your heart center, often where we hold our emotions. Tuning into your breath in that area, how does it feel? And coming down to your belly center, can tune into the area around your belly button, the abdomen, taking a long, slow, deep breath and noticing how that feels. What are you aware of in this? This is your foundation. Are you feeling grounded? Are you feeling full? Is that area upset with nervousness? And wiggling your toes, butterflying your knees, coming back. So we're going to work a little bit on these 3 centers. So I am going to stand up again because I want to, and so you check in with you. You can do these seated if you like. You can do this standing if you like. We're going to do some simple flows. It's a very similar movement. It's called parting the clouds, and we'll focus on these 3 centers. So you can do it seated or standing. We're going to start out with our foundation here in the belly center. And so hands, palms are together, and you're going to exhale out from here and then part the clouds and then come back to your center. So there's a little bit of a lean just to counterbalance, but it's not a full forward lean. So hands go out, and then palms turn, and then we stand up straight and come back to our center. Exhale, inhale, out through the mouth, in through the nose. Releasing, pushing away anything that is pulling us from our center. And after the first few rounds, as have the flow established, if you want, you can imagine pushing that away and then gathering beneficial chi from the environment and depositing it back to your center. And let's go out through the nose now, in through the nose. One more time. And now we're going to come up to our heart center just for a moment, hand over your heart. Just checking in. How's your heart reservoir? First we'll release, and then we'll start to fill. So the hands do start down here, but now they're going to aim up and then out and around. Exhale, inhale. Releasing, filling. Now out through the nose, gathering beneficial chi into your heart. A few more times. Feeling your heart filling with compassion, joy, vitality. These are your natural qualities. One more time. Let's rest. One hand on heart, one hand on abdomen, feeling the warmth, savoring these beneficial qualities. And now we'll move to the head center. So again, hands start down by the abdomen and we go up, part the clouds, down and around. Exhaling, letting go. Inhale, gathering. Out through the mouth, in through the nose. And now, let's go out through the nose, in through the nose, refilling with those innate qualities of wisdom, intuition, perspective, connection. A few more times. One more time. And drawing your hands and having just your fingers pointing the area between your eyebrows, above your eyebrows. Just kind of tuning into that area. You might notice a color, glimmer. And bringing your hands down. So we've kind of parted the clouds, opened those centers. So now we're gonna gather. And so you're gonna mirror me. Your left hand is gonna float across. So I twist I guess this hand can be here on the hip. Knees are kind of soft and bent. Float across. So now my palm is out, and then I'm going to spiral. It's like I'm gently gathering some gossamer threads, it's called, and bringing it back to the abdomen. Now this hand is going to be palm up, and this one is going to float across, and I turn from my hips and my waist, and then come back to the center. So take your left hand, float across, gossamer threads coming to the center, exhaling with the twist, spiraling that energy into your foundation. Breathing is soft, out through the nose, in through the nose. Connecting yourself to the energy of nature. One more to each side. And now it's that same move, but we're going to move to our heart center. So a little higher, and then coming across your heart and down. Exhale with the twist. Inhale and fill. Exhale, inhale. Arms are floating. One more to each side. And now we continue with the flow, but we go up and then through our head center, up, exhale, inhale. And now that you have the flow, you want your arms to be moving at the same time, you can do that. One more to each side. And then we come down to the heart. The spider weaving her web. Beautiful gossamer threads. And down to the belly. And coming to the center, hand over your belly. And just tuning in for a moment and checking again, doing that scan of the three centers: head, heart, foundational belly. What do you notice? What's changed? What stayed the same? And wiggling your toes, rocking back and forth a little bit, coming present. So now we'll do a few movements to connect those three centers, and you really want to move from your foundation. When we're moving from here, it looks like this. The head is running the show instead of being really firmly rooted and being able to be responsive towards light. So we're going to warm up our spine just a little bit more. And so fingers are together, and we're going to reach up and look up if you can, and then come down. Hands go on the back of the head and curl into a ball. So we inhale up, feet are reaching down, arms and fingers reaching up, and exhale down. We're really warming up the spine. And one more time. Great. And coming back. And so we're going to inhale our arms back, up, around, and down. And if you want, you can imagine a line of energy running from your tailbone, going up your spine, in between your shoulder blades. This is a channel in the Chinese medical map. It's called the Du Meridian. And then it comes down the center, in between your eyebrows, touches your tongue, goes down your throat, and that. And we're gonna, if you want, if you're a visual person, you can imagine that energy running up your spine, cresting at the top of your head, and then coming down your midline and back. So we inhale up, exhale down. This is called the microcosmic orbit, touches many, many acupuncture points. We are a microcosm of the macrocosm. It's more of an inner qigong than a physical qigong. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Inhale up, and as you come down, let your hands pause in front of that head center. Close your eyes if you like. Tune in. You can imagine a violet light nourishing your brain. Doing a few more rounds of circulation, hands coming down, inhaling up the spine, cresting over that head center, coming down. Next time, we'll linger in front of the heart center. You can have your fingertips pointing towards your heart, imagining a golden light nourishing that center. As you inhale, feel that center expanding. Hands coming down, inhaling up the spine, down the midline. And last time, pause at the belly center, in front of your abdomen, in front of your belly button. Visualizing a white, pearly light. As you inhale, let your belly expand. Exhale, abdomen back towards the spine. Very active breathing. And hands coming down. We'll do pulling down the heavens in the 6 directions. And so let me think about this before you follow me. Hands come up, and then we twist. Hands come up, and then we turn back to the center. I have to move my little computer here so people at home can see off the screen. So if you're standing, have your knees soft. If you're sitting, sit in a way that you can move your hands. So we're gonna inhale up, turn to the side, gathering the energy. When we get in this ballerina position, we turn back to the center and come down. So inhale, now we're gonna turn to the other side to move a little bit. Hands come up, back to the center and down. Inhale, pause, inhale a little more, pause, exhale. In through the nose, softly, softly out through the nose. And one more to each side. And we'll end. Right hand under the belly, left hand is going to come up and then down that midline, and then the hands change places, left hand underneath. Very centering, condensing the energy down into the lower dantian. This is your storage. One more to each side. And let's end with a seated silent meditation. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel into those 3 centers one last time. Savoring any good feelings in your body, mind, spirit. Notice how this time together has affected you. Keeping your attention inward, really feeling your foundation, feeling the tenderness of your heart, opening to that universal wisdom. A little bit before class, I received an email that we had a death in our community today. I didn't know this person, Marjorie. She was in assisted living. Just want to dedicate the rest of our next few minutes to her as she makes her journey back to her source, holding any family and friends in her circle, and anyone you know that would benefit from steeping in this energy field that we've created. Maybe it's someone you know, maybe it's the earth itself, groups of people, different parts of the world. Just be quiet now as we send this beneficial energy to those in need. If your mind gets distracted, come back to your breath. And let your breath deepen a little bit. And go back to that belly breathing if you want. And letting your attention tune into the frequency of everybody online, everybody here in person, the group energy we've created. And as we prepare to end our class, slowly opening your eyes, getting ready to engage. I hope you're able to take this energy with you into your evening. And I was talking with somebody the other day how really is special when we take time to meditate or take time to do Qigong and really come back to ourselves and to really honor that essence that we've kind of primed our pump and kind of budget your energy. Paramahansa Yogananda was one of my first spiritual teachers. He's been dead a long time. But he talked about in India how they really savor that essence, and after a meditation you really preserve it. And in America, when he came to visit, he was just shocked that people would leave a meditation and immediately start talking. So let's keep our center, keep our words, keep our essence. So let's end our time. If you want to join me in dedicating the merit, the words are, may the merit of our practice benefit all beings and bring peace. May the merit of our practice benefit all beings and bring peace. Peace within, peace without. Thank you, everybody. Always beautiful to practice together. I'll be here next week on Zoom in person. If you're at ENSO, Thursday morning in the yoga room at 8:30 if you want. See you all later. Bye.
Thank you.